there.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, great. It's lovely to be doing an interview for, why we're doing this interview is for people in Germany to have a bit of a feel of what's coming in this workshop. And this workshop it's quite an innovation, because what I've been reflecting on is it's almost like there's a possibility of a new way forward in theatre for people working in this way. And I have a feeling that women will lead the way in this. And that's just my latest reflection upon this course. So over to you, ask some questions.
The question is, how does it look like? Is it like some of those master classes where you go to a coach and you bring a song, you go on stage where the piano player is waiting for you and you just perform what you prepared? Or how does it look like?
Okay, I understand. That's a great question. You see, if you do it that way, it's like you are just taking everything that you have learnt before, and you're sort of bringing that and presenting your craft, your voice, everything. It's like through that medium of the things that you've learnt about your voice and, how to do it right and etc. What we're going to do is, in a sense, come in a very different way, and everyone is going to have the experience of deepening their connection with their body so that they can feel what it's like to have that incredible presence, authority, strength, joy, and connection with their own voice, where it opens up a whole new world of trust. Because for most people, would you say it's fair in your experience that most people have a lot of anxiety about performing?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just imagine just being so present in your body, just being so connected with yourself that you walk on stage and you present, and you are able to, without any stress, without any nerves, just bring everything that you are. And it's not being squeezed through like it's like, that thing of, I have to get it perfect. Oh gosh, my mother's here tonight, and that adds an extra pressure on the throat. Or, it's like, this is really important because if I sing well tonight, then I'm going to get this job. And all these things, they actually sort of just bring more and more pressure. And here it is, this beautiful instrument that's being subjected to all of this pressure, like pressure, so much pressure. So it's a very beautiful way of approaching this this way of working. So what happens then, you see, so we don't have to actually, each person doesn't have to do their part, which we collectively, we together go very deep within ourselves and come to a place of connection that is going to bring something very, very beautiful for the rest of your life, in the way that you sing, in the way that you feel about yourself, in so many different ways.
Yeah, that sounds very beautiful, and it's really a new approach to this whole business, I feel, because it's not that you're expected to deliver or something. Or as well, what I experienced, the that the gap between you and the part that you play on stage is so huge, because you kind of hide behind that mask. And this is what I actually find very supportive about your work, to strengthen the core, your own core.
Yeah, beautifully said. Yeah, and that's the thing, and we cannot overestimate. We cannot put too much emphasis on how much effect that ongoing stress has upon us of putting on, as you say, putting on the mask. You know what I mean? Like putting forward this, and who we are is back here. So what we're putting forward in this workshop is, hey, you be everything that you are, and that's going to be so amazing. Because you see, when someone is everything that they are, it's a blowout. It's incredible. Naturally, it has so much presence. You know, and presence is the thing. It's like, oh, that man, that person has presence. You know, that film star has presence. Hey, we connect with ourselves. We let go of the fear. You know, we feel our voice naturally resonating in our body. We build that connection. We have presence. We have that beautiful presence. I've been working with some women who are going for very big jobs, and the people interviewing them are all men, and it's a big interviewing committee of men. And for these women to feel going into those interviews with that sense of presence, it's so empowering, because that's like a performance. It's like a performance that changes your life, like the big interview. It's like an audition, you know. And so for these people, these women to feel that connection, to feel that presence, and it's not a big push behind it. They're just being themselves, feeling who they truly are, and people naturally listen. That's natural presence and true authority.
So, Chris, how did you come to this kind of working?
I was a musician for many years, and then I felt, gosh, you know, if people actually opened up their voices, you know, that would be really lovely. So a long time ago, I started teaching people to open up their voices, and then I found, gosh, this is actually very healing. It's not just when you open up the voice, it's like people have been carrying all this baggage about their expression and about who they are. And this happened, and it was interesting, because at the start I was just running singing workshops, and everyone would cry. And I'm going, oh, come on, what are you doing? Let's just sing, you know. But everyone was going, oh my gosh, there's so much involved in letting go of the voice. So I quickly learned, hey, when you work with the voice, you're working with everything. And it's like the voice is a reflection of everything. So over the years, it's been a refinement and a growing in awareness of how deep that goes, just how deep. And of course, I have learnt and let go of an enormous amount in that time. And I would have to say, after some 35 years of teaching, I feel now it's so beautiful. I just love what I'm doing. And like today, I was teaching in a classroom with young men who were not allowed back in the school system because they are too disruptive or violent. And it was just lovely. These young men were just gathered around and starting to feel their voices. And it's like, they ended up, you know, oh, I can't feel anything. Oh, I can't do this. You know, like just absolutely shut down. But at the end, they're going, when I listen to your voice, I feel like, just when I listen to your speaking voice, they were talking to me, I feel like I'm coming home. When I listen to your speaking voice, I just feel safe. And these are these kids who just denied having any feeling of what it feels like. So, and that was extremely beautiful. It was extremely beautiful. So for me, that was something new. And there's always something new. One of the things that is most important for singers is how to learn not to push the voice and to really trust your voice. And I keep talking about like how our body, one of our famous sayings is your body is your instrument. And this is not just a nice word. And it's not your diaphragm, it's not this, it's everything. So to feel that quality of resonance and connection where your voice can be effortless in the way that you speak and the way that you sing. And this can be, as you said, one of you, just incredibly empowering. Very, very empowering.
So when someone asks you or asks us, what can I expect from the course or what do I get from it? It's actually, what you get is to let go of pictures or to let go of expectations. This is what I just feel, because we always want to have an answer, we always want to have something that improves us. But this is actually something that helps you to let go of all that.
Yes, sure. One of the most common pictures that we have in this setting is that we have to be perfect. And the thing is, we're humans.
No.
And the pressure that this puts on our central nervous system, our bodies, and our voices is so extreme. What we are looking at is a new paradigm of performance where we be so connected that there is no stress, so that we can deliver every time with everything that we are. And so, just as you say, by the very nature of doing that, we're not singing or performing to a picture or an ideal. We're bringing everything that we are, and so in doing that, we are the best.
How many people will be in the group was a question, and I think that it differs.
It absolutely differs, and because of the deeply personal nature, you know, it's like everyone, like you can have 20, you can have 50, but it's like everyone has a private session.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That'll be the next question, because there was also the question if there's like that you will work with everyone in a single way as well.
Everyone gets worked with.
Yeah.
Absolutely everyone. If a person's there and they're committed, and I can feel that, wow, we really work together. Yeah. If a person comes along and they're prepared to really go for it and really appreciate what is being offered, boy, that's a very beautiful thing for me, because that person is like, yeah, we can really work together. So if you have a whole room full of that, gosh, that's incredible. And that's what we can do here. I'm really looking forward to it.